if it gets escalated to eBay, eBay come down on you. Even if it gets in your favor, eBay go, well, look, you didn't deal with it effectively. We had to step in. It's cost us money. Dang, there's a notch against you as a seller profile, and that's not what you want. Really excited. New pallets, new tables, new sorting. So methodically, sporadic, methodically, that sums me up, I believe. But G has done an amazing job at knocking these tables out. Big shout out to Big Doug, who delivered these. I ordered them Friday afternoon. They arrived for Monday morning, which is fantastic. Didn't expect him. So Big Doug, search Big Doug. They do all this stuff and it's wicked, and it's really, really quite cost effective as well. So say sporadic, also methodically. What we've learned over the last 2 years, every single thing that we've learned is going into this new batch of pallets to make them the most efficient sorting of pallets that we can do. And I'll go a little bit more into detail about very soon about how we're going to do it, and it's either going to work or it's not going to work, as with everything that I seem to do. But it's learning everything that we've done so far. So yeah, we've pretty much finished. There's a couple of scrap pallets, and there's a pallet on it's probably going to be sold by the time this video goes out, of just stuff, undervalued stuff that's not worth selling on eBay because of the fees, and it's literally a full pallet of stuff that's under 30 quid, I think it is, unsorted. So again, they're all 99p's, because at the end of the day, by the time it comes down to those last few pallets, the couple of pallets are just scrap stuff that it's just stuff that doesn't work, stuff that's got things missing, used stuff, new stuff, broken stuff. And again, I just 99p them, fire sale, because at the end of the day, one man's scrap is another man's treasure. So somebody, I mean, I don't care if it sells for 99p. I don't have to post it. It's a pallet. Someone's coming to pick it up, gets it out to our warehouse, stops it going from landfill, and whoever uses it then, they'll do what they do. But they sell for a lot more than that anyway. And I'm completely honest. I write up the descriptions of exactly what it is, whether it's scrap or whether it's undervalued stuff or literally just random under 30 pounds, whatever it is. So there you go. And people like it. So all of this stuff is the new stuff. That's the stuff that's all listed on eBay, and we're gaining room back here now and getting the, like I said, with the tables are sorted, so things are really starting to come together. But the plan for these will be, we'll talk about very soon, as far as the efficiency of exactly what we're going to be doing with this new lot of pallets, and it's taken into in mind everything that we've done over the last 2 years from the moment we start touching this stuff. And that's why we've gone, like, let's clear everything else out first, do the back end work, the computer work, the Excel sheet work, the planning, before we touch anything. Good morning, race fans. And you join me here in COVID lockdown because I have COVID. How gutted was I? What day am I on? Day 4, I think it is. We've got 1 bedroom and bathroom dedicated to COVID lockdown. So, subject of this video is I do feel like I've just been bent over by eBay, and my returns policy on eBay has been relatively robust and follows, through trial and error, a speed is a good thing. Speed of turnover, and everybody thinks I am bonkers for this, but if I get a return, and sure enough, anybody, if you buy from me, you can probably screw me over as well. But basically, the whole point about the Amazon ethos and the pallet ethos is speed and best customer service. So what I do, if I get a return on eBay, unless it's over a certain threshold, then I will just write it. If it's faulty, I will write off. I'll write it off, just refund you. And A, it's not worth me getting back. B, it's not worth me paying to get it back. And C, I just want you to have a great experience as a buyer. And I don't need or want to incur any arguments, any bad feedback. There's no point getting it back. It's a return to start with. And it just so happens that we test them, we try and make good, and 98% of what we sell is great, or sold as exactly what it is, for parts, used, blah, blah, blah. But some things, there will be a fault that crops up long term. We can't check, we can't test for that, can we? So it's fairly robust, it's fairly quick, and I'm like, dang, there's a refund. Don't bother out returning it. it's going to cost me to get it returned, and then there's probably all margin gone anyway. And people think, you can't do that. What if they're doing this? What if that? Well, yeah, you can't. eBay protects the buyer more than the seller. And this is case in point, and I don't know where my head was at the time. Well, no, I do, and I'll explain it to you, and you can make up your own mind. So I sold an iPad case that worked. I mean, we tested it, and it worked. This is the strange thing, but things happen. And the customer launched a return, and the only notes on the return was, does not support my iPad. Okay. Does not support my iPad. Now, immediately doesn't support it. So it's incompatible. So you must have the wrong iPad. So you've ordered it incorrectly. That's what, that's what my levels of thinking go towards. So I went back and he opened the return. So I put on the return ticket. You've misordered it. If it doesn't support your iPad, but it supports these iPads in the listing, whatever it may be, then you've got a different iPad. So you've misordered it. So I don't mind, and I put on there really politely, if it come back and said it doesn't function, it doesn't work, this and that and the other, just more than 6 words, that's a good guess, then I would have gone, there's a refund. No problem, no questions asked. But it was only a 12 quid item. This is a ridiculous thing. But because I'm like, no, you're misusing the return system, because a lot of people do use that, and that's why we get so much good stuff in the Amazon pallets, because people return stuff to Amazon knowing that they'll just go, bosh, yeah, there's your money. In fact, they give you money back before it's even down the road. Is the fact that people will send it back as they don't want it, it's not very good, it's not what they thought it was, or buyer's remorse, whatever. Oh yeah, and they know that they have to return pay the postage. Excuse my lip, you can see it there. Look. So I was like, no, I put a big, so don't mind refunding it, so you get absolutely no problem. But if you've ordered it incorrectly, then you should be paying the postage. It's not our problem. We shouldn't have to pay £5, £6 odd pounds to get it back. It's only a £12 item. Nothing. I sent them a message. Nothing. I spoke to eBay and said, this is what's going on. What happens next? And this is where I don't believe eBay do their job properly. And I've said nothing but good things for eBay, just about, because they're superiorly good at helping. So I spoke to eBay and said, look, this is what it says. And they're like, oh yes, I agree. Okay, no problem. Report the buyer for misusing the returns thing. Done. And yeah, it will sort itself out. How is that then? So I went back to the customer and said, I spoke to eBay. You've misordered. It's on your hands. Anyway, I forgot all about it, didn't I? Over the weekend, bang, 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 message after, not from the customer until, well, I did get one, but from eBay saying, this case is now on hold, you need to step in, you need action. Of course, what you may not realise is when you do your seller rating, because it's pro buyer, things like this, when a return comes in, and this is the reason why I deal with it so fast, is if it gets escalated to eBay come down on you. Even if it gets in your favour, eBay go, well, look, you didn't deal with it effectively. We had to step in. It's cost us money. Dang, there's a notch against you as a seller profile, and that's not what you want, because your fees go up. You get, your rating goes down. So they incentivise sellers to just sort it. It's like, oh, just sort it out yourselves. That's the mentality. So, I rang eBay initially and said, it's a 12 quid item. I should have just disposed of it. Okay. But I listened to too many people, and obviously what was going on in my head at the time. Go, you can't answer it. Just stick to your policy, Neil. Anyway, so he's messaging saying, give me a damn returns label. So I went, whoa. eBay have gone, you need to sort this out. So I went back to the buyer and said, you misordered it. You said it didn't support it. And then I get a reply half an hour later, which is what I was seeking all the way along, and it's a bit abusive, saying, this does fit my iPad. My iPad's this model. The case of music, it just didn't work. It doesn't function, thus it's defective. Pull your finger out your ass, send me a refund, stop cutting your nose off to spite your face. And I'm like, but I get it now. And if I'd known that in the first place, it would have been ding, refund, bin it, please. That's it. Don't waste your time getting it to the post office. Don't waste my money getting it back. It isn't worth it. Happy all around. I reached out on the return. I reached out to the customer. They ignored all that. and they, you know, this for want of a 6-word sentence that really didn't sum up exactly what they were talking about, you know, I'm now on the hook. I had to spend half an hour speaking to eBay twice. First of all, I go, well, now I know it doesn't work. Have a damn refund. There you go. Because I know I'm on the hook for a negative feedback now because it's taken so long, and this guy's obviously chafed. I get it. But had he messaged me back right at the beginning like I asked, we wouldn't be in this situation. But who's going to cop the flack? Me. Who's going to lose some of the seller ratings? Me. Who's going to get penalised for eBay, you know, eBay having to step in? Me. Who's going to be 12 quid down? Me. So I should have just gone return, refund, dang. It really wasn't worth worrying about it for 12 quid. So eBay, well, to be perfectly honest, if I rewind to that little rant just before that rant, when I spoke to eBay this time, because eBay's now, I can't go into the return. It's closed the return. This is the messed up thing. eBay, there's something going wrong. They close the return. It's now in the hands of eBay. I ring up eBay, said to him, whoa, this, I've already spoke to your colleague about this 3 weeks ago. And he looked at it and went, does not support my iPad. That means it's faulty, right? And I went, no, of course it doesn't. It would say, does not work with my iPad, does not function, does not work. It's defective. Does not support my iPad. Would say that it's not compatible. And he's like, no, to be true, mate, to be honest, mate, this is the customers in the right here. I'm like, oh, for God's sake. I said, if your colleague had told me that right at the beginning, I'd have refunded. Simple as. So you can look at the messages. However, stitched properly. So I'm going, okay, well, I'll refund him. Went back to the message, despite the bit of abuse I'm copying from him. I get it. I'm going back and said, yeah, okay, well, I didn't try and message you. This is what you said. This is how it's I took it. This is how, okay, you know what? Sod it. Have your money back. I'll do it now. Go into the return. Can't. It's locked down. Ring up eBay again. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's closed, isn't it? Can't do that. Oh, we're going to have to escalate that to our internal team to get it refunded. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I've wasted so much time on this. It really wasn't worth the argument. And now the potential negative feedback and all the crap that comes with kicking my eBay account in the ribs on a Monday morning. So yes, what lessons have I learned? eBay can screw you over. Buyers can be a pain in the backside. And I need to stick to my guns when dealing with things like this. And get over that feeling that somebody's pulling your pants down and go, you know what? Yeah, take it, move on, because it really wasn't worth the fight. If it was 30 quid, 40 quid, 50 quid, yes, it would possibly be worth getting back, whatever, you know, whatever the thresholds that we set are, depending on what it is. I do feel somewhat, there's no point ranting at the eBay guys. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But I do feel I could have saved myself a whole lot of time. Now, if you guys abuse that and end up buying loads of things and just wanting to return it, then I will know. If I get more and more returns, I'm going to change what I'm thinking. I jest. But yeah, you know what? It's there to be taken advantage of. But at the end of the day, I've just got to concentrate on where the money's at and not trying to recoup things when they're not going quite my way. So share your thoughts on what you think about his description. Does not support my iPad. Does that mean it's faulty, or does that mean he's misordered it because he's got the wrong model? What do you think? What would you have done in that situation? Hit me up in the comments. It's always, you know, your guys' support is incredible. The messages you send me, as much as I try and respond to everything, and I will. And I'm going to do some videos addressing the questions you've asked as well, because it is, we're all thinking it. No, I fully appreciate that. But yeah, you know what? If that helps, then no problem. If you've got any questions, drop me a message, like and subscribe, and do what you do. I'm Neil.